Every single man on earth can relate to this movie. And Drive isn't just a movie, it's a vibe. When I finished watching it for the first time, I sat there and thought, wow, this movie really gets me. In fact, I would dare say it encapsulates the male experience in a way that resonates with every male who watches it. It's not just a movie about cars, guns, and fighting. This isn't a Fast and Furious movie. It's something deeper. It's about the struggle of being a man. Ryan Gosling's unnamed character, simply known as the driver, is so fucking cool. But that's not why guys relate to him. That's not why I relate to him. When guys talk about how Ryan Gosling's character is literally us, we don't necessarily mean the parts where he's killing the bad guys, where he kisses the pretty girl and saves the day. We mean the parts where he's being emotionally distant, where he has demons that he's trying to overcome, and the moments where he's being borderline autistic in social situations.
That's Benitio's father.
Where is he?
He's in prison.
Oh.
The driver doesn't talk much in the movie. We barely know much about his backstory and origin. But as men, we still understand him and his motivations. What makes the driver such a relatable character is the fact that he isn't perfect, and he knows it. He accepts the fact that he isn't necessarily a good guy.
Is he a bad guy?
Yeah,
How can you tell?
'cause he's a shark.
There's no good sharks?
The driver is a shark. He is a violent man. At first, the driver seems like this ideal stoic figure. He's strong, quiet, and masculine in that old school Clint Eastwood kind of way. But underneath this layer is a man who is actually afraid that the people he cares about will find out who he really is. This fear causes him to be emotionally distant from people. It's the same reason why so many men struggle with opening up to others. There's always that nagging fear. If they really knew me, would they still want me around? He keeps people at arm's length because he knows if they get too close, they won't like what they see. It's this insecurity that makes him so relatable, which makes it so ironic that during the famous elevator scene, he has to tap into this darker, violent side to protect Irene, the woman he cares about. But by protecting her, he shows her who he really is. When the driver sees the horrified look on Irene just after he stomped the shit out of the goon who tried to kill them, he knows that this is the last time he'll see her. Despite this, during the end of the movie, Irene still went to the driver's apartment to see if he was still there. This adds to the irony that there was a chance that Irene would have accepted this darker side of the driver, but the driver did not want to take this risk. The driver struggles to truly connect with people. That is literally me. The driver leaves his home because he's scared of being rejected by a woman. That is literally me. The driver is a flawed man, but he is trying to be better. And that is literally me. One of the most symbolic moments in the movie was during a call with the main antagonist, Bernie. The driver mentions the story of the scorpion and the frog.
You know the story about the scorpion and the frog?
In this story, a scorpion asks a frog to carry it across a river. The frog agrees under the condition that the scorpion does not sting him. The Scorpion agrees. But halfway through the journey, the Scorpion stings the frog and they start sinking. When the frog asks why he would do such a thing that would cause both of their deaths, the Scorpion responds with, "It's just my nature." The driver evidently sees himself as the Scorpion. His jacket is iconic for having a scorpion on it. It's in his nature to be a bad guy. We see his calm and stoic demeanor when he's helping commit robberies as a getaway driver, and when he's hijacking cars. He kills and physically threatens his enemies without any hesitation, in such a way that it's obvious that he's done this many times before. This is who he is, but throughout the film we see the driver try to rise above his nature. He tries to be a better man. He does not like this side of himself and wants to leave this life of crime.
And what do you get out of it?
Just that. Out of it.
Bernie is a reflection of the driver. He is also a scorpion. His method of killing is with blades, a sharp object just like a scorpion's stinger. This also reveals his sadistic pleasure in watching his victims die slowly, as he uses blades instead of guns. And this is his fatal flaw. Despite making a deal with the driver to secure Irene's safety in exchange for the stolen cash, Bernie still attempts to kill the driver. He is unable to resist his nature as a killer. It's paradoxical and ironic. To escape this life of crime and bloodshed, the driver is forced to kill another man. We don't know if the driver can ever stop being a scorpion, but the act of leaving the stolen cash next to Bernie's dead body symbolizes his attempt to at least try to be a better man and leave this life of crime. What makes Drive so powerful is that it's not a typical action movie where the hero gets the girl and rides off into the sunset. Instead, it's a film about a man trying his best to fight his own nature. It's about masculinity in its most raw, unfiltered form. The desire to connect with others and protect them while being afraid of letting them see your flaws. And that's why Drive resonates so deeply with men. Not because we all want to be stoic getaway drivers. Not because we think we're heroes. But because we've all felt that loneliness before. We've all wanted to be better men.